Long before kingdoms and villages existed, there was a mystical land called Evernight, a place where twilight lingered and the stars shone like lanterns even in the day. Magic flowed freely through its forests, rivers, and mountains, shaping the land in both wondrous and dangerous ways. Ancient trees twisted their roots like threads of fate, while flowers glowed perpetually under the soft, eerie light. The mountains, jagged and imposing, were rumored to house spirits, and some rivers and lakes concealed creatures capable of vanishing entire villages. In this magical realm, the people of Evernight were resilient and cautious, aware of the powerful forces around them. They revered nature and its spirits and held a deep respect for witches, beings who could command the elements, bend reality, and see the unseen. Though not all witches were evil, none were underestimated, for their magic was immense and unpredictable. Among the many legends of Evernight, one prophecy was told with both reverence and fear, the tale of two sisters, witches born to shape the destiny of the kingdom. One sister would embody light, bringing healing and guidance, while the other would embrace shadows, wielding power that could instill fear and destruction. It was said their magic was unmatched, gifts from the stars themselves, or perhaps a curse from the old gods to test humanity. The kingdom's people prayed for balance, building shrines in the forest and offering prayers by moonlit lakes, hoping that the sisters' fated powers would preserve peace rather than bring ruin. Yet, fate moves on its own schedule, regardless of human hope or preparation. The story began in Luminara, a village at the edge of the Silverwood Forest, renowned for rare glowing crystals. These crystals were not mere stones, but remnants of ancient magic that could reveal hidden truths. The villagers lived simple lives, but were keenly aware of the magic coursing beneath their feet. On a night when the twin moons aligned, a child was born in Luminara. Her hair shimmered like moonlight, and her green eyes reflected the depths of the Silverwood. Her parents, Selena, a healer, and Arian, a scholar, immediately recognized her extraordinary nature. They named her Alara, meaning light of the stars, and the very air seemed to welcome her arrival. On that same night, far away in a hidden tower atop the Obsidian Peaks, another child was born. She was Alara's twin, though unknown to anyone in Luminara. Unlike her sister, her magic was dark and mysterious, and her birth awakened ancient slumbering spirits. Her eyes were deep pools reflecting the night sky, and her hair black as midnight. She was named Morgath, meaning shadow's embrace. Raised alone in a tower steeped in curses, Morgath's early life was marked by isolation, tutelage by forgotten spirits, and the study of ancient dark magic. Her abilities grew with each passing year, raw and unpredictable, drawing strength from fear and manipulation. Yet beneath her shadowed exterior lingered a hidden longing, an unacknowledged desire for connection she did not understand. As the sisters grew, their contrasting natures shaped the land itself. Under Alara's guidance, Luminara thrived. Forests grew brighter, rivers ran clearer, and the villagers prospered. Morgath's influence in the distant mountains brought storms, strange lights, and shadowy illusions. Animals fled her presence, and whispers of a powerful shadow witch began to spread through Evernight. Though the sisters were unaware of each other, the threads of fate wove their lives together. Subtle clashes of magic began to occur, often unnoticed, as Alara's light balanced against Morgath's shadow. Alara's childhood was filled with warmth, guidance, and love. Her mother taught her healing magic, herbal lore, and the ways to nurture life, while her father instructed her in ancient knowledge, prophecies, and the careful exercise of power. By the age of 7, she could illuminate caves with moonlight, calm stormy rivers, and heal injured animals. Gentle yet strong, she earned the love of the villagers who came to see her as a blessing to their lives. Morgath's upbringing, in contrast, was solitary and intense. Guided by the whispers of shadows and entities from unseen realms, she learned to manipulate the wind, summon creatures of darkness, and control shadows. Though her abilities were formidable, they were fueled by ambition, envy, and isolation. She often gazed toward the Silverwood forests, sensing warmth and life she had never experienced, unaware that her twin sister lived within its light. Their first silent clash occurred when a wounded hawk flew toward Luminara. Elara healed the creature, and it circled the village in gratitude before flying towards the mountains. Morgath watched, feeling a pang of jealousy and an unfamiliar longing. It was an early hint of the rivalry that destiny would enforce, though both sisters remained ignorant of each other's existence. As the years passed, magical disturbances began connecting the sisters. Shadows moved unnaturally in the Silverwood, rivers shimmered with silver light, and the winds whispered secrets of unseen forces. Elara rushed to maintain balance while Morgath manipulated the shadows, testing her growing powers. Their magic brushed against one another for the first time, a subtle and silent contest of light versus darkness. The villagers noticed the changes. Forests beyond the Silverwood grew wilder, trees bent without wind, and chilling whispers spread through the night. Warnings were given to children to stay within the village and avoid the shadowy mountains. Adolescence sharpened the contrast between the sisters. Elara's magic became more harmonious and life-affirming, while Morgath's abilities grew bolder, often unpredictable, reflecting her inner turmoil and desire to be recognized. One autumn, a traveling sage visited Luminara, having heard tales of both witches. He warned Elara's parents of the prophecy. Two sisters are born of fate and magic, destined to shape Evernight. One will bring light, the other shadow. Their meeting will decide the kingdom's destiny. Alarmed, Selena and Arian realized the truth of the prophecy and the existence of Morgath. Elara sensed a pull in her heart, a mixture of curiosity, anxiety, and a sense of responsibility for the land. Morgath felt a subtle tug in her magic, a warmth that contrasted with the cold around her. She instinctively knew of another powerful being, a force that might rival her own. Anger and envy stirred alongside a hidden longing, hinting at the bond she shared with her sister, even if unrecognized. Thus, the stage was set for the inevitable convergence. Two sisters, born of the same prophecy and growing in opposite corners of Evernight, were drawn inexorably toward one another. Their powers, hearts, and destinies were intertwined, and the kingdom itself held its breath. Soon light and shadow would meet, and the story of the witches of Evernight, of courage, rivalry, longing, and magic, would unfold. The balance of the kingdom rested on the delicate dance between Elara's life-giving light and Morgath's shadowed power, a dance that would shape the future of all Evernight under the twin moons that silently witnessed the beginning of their tale.